If I could just begin, make a couple of brief comments, and I did want to ask one question through the Mayor to the GM. I think, firstly, could I acknowledge the work that the Audit Risk Committee undertakes on behalf of our community. It is significant, it's an important committee, and I had sat on it for 2 years myself, and I acknowledge the work of my fellow councillors and the Chair, Mark Barrowclough, who I think brings a great deal to this community, to this council. The purpose really of this question on notice was to seek clarification in that we know we are dealing with, I'll use Mackay Park probably as the example I want to tease out here. I've been asked by any number of people why, given the cost above the grants that we've had and the ongoing operational costs that we've been advised as forecast over the next 10 years, why, given the element of unknown, or call it risk involved in that, why would council not by definition seek a recommendation or the thoughts and the wisdom from that committee, as opposed to, yes, council worked with, briefed, etc., but why would we not seek an explicit recommendation from the committee? E.g., why have the committee, besides having to have a committee because state government says we have to have a committee, where's their true value add, if not in this instance? So let me go back to 2020, July, Councillor Constable, it's a slightly different context, but the motion that was put up and indeed defeated, where the council defer its consideration on this matter today and bring it back to a future council meeting after a report is received from the Audit Risk and Improvement Committee on the implications on cash flow projections and design modifications that may be necessary in light of the COVID restrictions, etc. It's a slightly different motion, absolutely, but the point is, why would we as a council body not have received by definition a report from the Audit Risk and Improvement Committee in the first instance? I think that's the point I've been asked a couple of times by a number of people in the community. Why have a committee if this issue of risk wasn't put to them to then advise the voting body in the first instance?
Thank you, Councillor. I think we get the gist of your question through me to the General Manager.
Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Is that what you were asking?
Yes, Madam.
Well, through the Mayor, I'm not too sure of the question because it was put to Council and it was defeated.
I was still forming the question, in fairness, General Manager, so if you want me to clarify.
Well, then I would ask you, Councillor, to be a little bit more succinct and to get to your question a little bit more...
I might have to revisit the code because I didn't think that was how that actually worked, but I'll
yes,
take that on notice.
It actually is, Councillor, that you need to be succinct.
No, but I'm also closing. I'm also closing, and a part of my closing
Thank you, Councillor. If you could ask your question, that would be very much appreciated.
Thanks for your guidance, Madam Mayor. So what is the purpose and function of the Audit Risk Improvement Committee? Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Well, through the Mayor, the Audit and Risk Committee terms of reference are very clear, and they are 8 pages long, and I don't think I should read them all to you. And my answer, or the staff's answer, outlines the purpose of the role of the committee, as you can see on page 8, and I don't think there's much benefit in my reading that out either. But I will make the point, as the report does indicate, that the Audit Committee has been briefed every single meeting in relation to the Aquatic Arts and Leisure Centre for a number of, since 2018, and I do make the point that the Audit and Risk Committee have not raised any concerns, and you'll see that when the Chair did the last briefing to Council in relation to the Audit Committee, he mentioned in fact that they had been briefed on this particular topic. So I'll just reiterate that the Audit Risk and Improvement Committee have had briefings every single meeting, extensive briefings, and have also had briefings from the consultant looking at the construction and also the operating costs for the next 10 years. So the Audit Committee were very comprehensively briefed during the whole of the time that the Aquatic Arts and Leisure Centre was being developed and had gone through council. Again, you will note that it went to council, I think, at least on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on 7 occasions. And at any time, I just put back to council that any council could have, at any time during that period, formally requested that the Audit Committee provide a report. No resolution to that effect was received until the very end, which was then defeated, as has been indicated.
Thank you, councillors. I'll put the matter to the vote. Oh, you must have a question after Councillor Mayne has closed the debate. Councillor McGinley.
Mine is a question to yourself, Madam Mayor. I just want to know if the Code of Meeting Practice 9.22, which refers to how long a councillor has to speak on a matter at any one time, also applies to questions on notice. 9.22 says a councillor must not, without the consent of the council, speak more than once on a motion or an amendment, or for longer than 5 minutes at any one time. I don't think Councillor Mayne went for more than 5 minutes, so I'm just wondering why he was cut short.
Because I believed he had made his point and he had asked his question, Councillor McGinley. And he did ask his question, so...
If that's your answer, thank you.
Thank you. Councillors, I put the matter to the vote. Those in favour? Carried unanimously.